All right, testing 1, 2, 3. I guess nobody's going to watch the live stream today. That's weird. Chat. All right. Okay. Yeah, so I have no idea what's going to happen today. What can we do? I guess we can do the freehang system today. There we go. Yeah, so I guess we can do the freehang system now. Just find the animations. All right, so the freehang system different from the supports from the not freehang abilities that the character can just attach to the ledge without freehanging. It makes sense. I think that doesn't make sense. Anyways. Freehang. All right. I'm gonna make a separate material for the freehang. I'm gonna, let's say, maybe freehang ledge material. And I'm gonna choose color, maybe green. Oh, that looks nice. So all the green ledge stripes are going to represent that the character is going to perform a freehang attachment, ledge navigation. Just going to make it a little bit small like this. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure. I'm not really good at level design, but there should be something like this. Oh yeah, this is this is the idle state. Hello, Morningstar. Yeah, we're doing freehang today, but can you check in your animation pack if you have this animation here called Freehang Entry Campus Idle? Because I don't have it in my pack list that I've downloaded from directly from the marketplace. I'm not sure if I'm missing some animations from the other pack, because I got them directly from the creator, from the Epic Games, so I'm not sure if you had that one as well. Yeah, so Freefall Entry to Campus Idle. Because I didn't have it on my list. You don't have that animation? Yeah, that's weird. I'm gonna contact the creator and then ask him what's going on. Or it's not called that name. Yeah, because I've checked all the animations, the animation list, and I didn't find that animation. You can check it out in here. It should be called Entry. Of course, I've imported the animation from the other pack because I have that pack in my other project, but so I had to just import it from the other project. But I'm gonna have to ask the creator why it's not in the pack. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna work on this with this one animation on the stream while you guys don't have it yet. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I have just a little bit of offsetting in there in the animation because of the retargeting, but it's all right for now. The most important thing is just to play the animation accordingly. So as you can see right here, now we can just go left and right on the ledge. But the main thing is just that the code now can basically know if the character should be freehanging or not. So that's the code for determining if the character should be freehanging. That's what I call it, freehanging. And then here determine if the ledge surface is slippery or the character should be free hanging on ledge. Now we're gonna do the same thing, just copy paste this code over here and then put it on where the code is for the detection. Right over here. So we determined the ledges. I guess we could create a just one single function to just put this all, because we're basically reusing the same values for we're basically reusing the same code. So later we can make just a function to just put all those code in there. So here we determine the ledge direction where the character is going to go. And here decide how the character should go. Let me see what I can do to not overpopulate this graph in here. Overpopulate. All right. So as you can see here, I'm taking a look at the other graph and I'm just taking a reference point of how it should be done in this project right here that we're making. As you can see, you have a lot of code that I'm trying to think of best ways we can do this better. There is a lot. All right, so we're going to just duplicate the ledge short one, and then I'm going to call this short freehang. I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to change the names in here. So short freehang. And then I'm gonna clear everything out. Yeah, I'm gonna check with the creator, and then I think it's missing by mistake. Maybe he deleted it from by mistake. I'm not sure. So it's campus short. Yeah, I also think there is another thing missing, which is the freehang navigation movement. I'm not finding it right now. Can you see if you have the animation? Let me show you. Can you see if you have this animation in here? It's called, oh yeah, I can get just the name of it. It's called Climb Campus Medium R Right. Let me know if you got it, if you have it on the list. I don't have it as well. I don't have this animation. But at the time when I downloaded the pack, it was very complete. It was very complete. I'm not sure why in this pack we don't have all those animations. So the animation is basically the character doing the freehang action. It's basically freehang to freehang, as you can see right here. So he starts at the freehang position. He navigates to the right, doing a short navigation movement. And then he ends with the freehang as well. Let me know if you have that animation. Yeah, so we're missing a lot of animations. Well, yeah, so let's have this until this issue is fixed. We can take a look at other things, right? I don't want to follow a tutorial while you guys don't have those animations, so I'm not going to follow the tutorial now. I'm just gonna wait for the animations to be in the pack, because it's going to be a mess later. Just, you know, if I just import the animations from the other pack, those animations are not really retargeted well, so I'm gonna have to wait for the pack to come out first. But when it comes out, it's going to be really good, because we already have set up the specific height where the character is going to be. So I can just like right click on the animation, retarget, because it's going to come on in the assigned with the U4 mannequin. So we're just going to right click, retarget, and it's going to work and fit good. So yeah, I think today we can basically make our ledge system. Is the issue that the creator accidentally, yeah, it could be. Maybe the creator accidentally deleted the animations. Because if you take a look at the library, if you take a look at the ledge system, let's see, action, adventure, lab climbing system, right? So if you double click, if you take a look at it, what? Where am I? Ledge system. Ledge climbing system. Where is it? I'm confused. Okay. So preview list of animations. So he says that this package contains 153 action adventure game climbing animations for your project. But if you take a look at the project itself, go to, yeah, let's take a look at the FBX files. Let's show in Explorer. Then in here we have the 5 root. So here is 177. Okay, maybe there is in here. We don't know. Let me check it out. Yeah, it's not. Okay. No, it's not montage, it's just right. So I'm just search it back again. No, it's not. So yeah, it's missing. But if you take a look at the pack, let me see if I can find the preview. Demuchu. 1. Yeah, that's weird. We don't see... We don't see the freehang option there. Or maybe is it part of from the other animation pack? I'm not sure. Maybe action and adventure climb. Let's see the demo one. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna check with him and then I'm gonna give you guys feedback. All right, so I think in this tutorial, to not waste time, we can just try to figure a way to make the climbing system to work also with the other characters. So as you can see, with this character, it works great. As you can see right here. So all the actions work. Now it's missing some sound effects. As soon as we put some sound effects into this game, into the ledge system, it's going to work a lot better. It's going to sound better. So I think everything is working well. Pretty good. So if you change characters, for example, this one, let me see. Like specific characters, they have different arm lengths. So if you take a look at this one, as you can see, the hands are going to be a little bit floating in the air, and that's completely normal. It's because we're using a specific set. We're using a specific offset only for it to work with the SandboxCharacter. So that's why when you change characters, they have different heights and etc. So that's why we, or maybe that's because of the retargeting as well. If we tweak the retargeting settings, maybe that's why, maybe that's the reason why we are having these issues. But I think it's going to be much better to fix it inside the code, in the backend of the code, because if we change the retargeting, it's going to affect other things such as, you know, the climbing system, the mantling of the game is not going to work well with the gasp. So to just make sure that the other actions from the gasp system works, such as mantling, as you can see, the character can mantle. Can mantle pretty good. So if you want to make it to work with UE4, I'm going to teach you guys now how to do it. And as if for any other character. So what we're going to do is we need to understand now what makes the character to be a little bit... Basically, I'm going to teach you guys how to define the offset of where the character should be at on the ledge. So we have I think it's called vertical something. So we have it here where we use that value, and in here where we set that value, right? So here we're basically using that value, and here we're setting that value. And if you change this value to be, right now it's 40, but if you change it to be like 90, which is the double, almost the double, more than the double of the original value. Now if you attach your character to the ledge and try to move it, as you can see now the character is going to be a little bit forward, but that's the forward offset. We don't want to change that. Let me see if I have, okay, wait. So all you need to do in here is just change the value inside of the vertical offset in the details. Here is -16, so you have to remember that value. If I put it to be like -50 instead of -16, when I attach to the ledge, as you can see, the character is going to be a little bit down. And when I go to the left and right, as you can see, as we have the timeline that corrects where the character should be, it's correcting where the character should be, but with the wrong offset. So you just have to remember this value in here. It's -16. So yeah. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is just set that variable. So we just need to figure out where we should set that variable, and when, and why, and how. I know there is a... I know the N key to switch the characters. Where do you switch it? Switch, switch, switch. I think it's inside the character controller. So controller or player controller, something like this. Let me see. So if you go to the word settings, game mode, player state class. No, it's player controller class, PC sandbox. So if you go to that specific blueprint, you're going to be finding the next character. So as you can see, if you press on play and debug this, when you press N, this one is switched, right? I was already trying to do something here. Let me see if this is going to work. So if you press 2, you're going to check if the character has the sandbox tag. So you're going to fix this by having the tag. So let me just paste my float in here. So you're going to go to the mesh and go to the tag. Now here I've already added the sandbox character, the sandbox tag. So here you can add a new tag. All right, sandbox. We're going to go now for the retargeted characters, and inside the UV4, you're going to click on the mesh and go to tag. Here is already sandbox character, because when you add a new setting, that applies to overall the children of that parent. So in here, that's why it's automatically written in the sandbox, as it is for all the other children of that class. So the children is going to follow the same parameters. So that's why it was here. Now what we're going to do is go to add UE4. And then, yeah, just type UE4. So if it equals sandbox, we're going to, if it equals sandbox, we're going to set it to be as it was, like -16. But if it is, yeah, I guess we should make a macro out of this, but we can do that later. I'm just going to speed things up real quick. So if it's UE4, we're going to set the Init Ledge Vertical Offset to be maybe 10, -10. So they can fix. All right, so this is going to be working fine. When you press 2, wait, why is it? Okay. So as you can see, when you press 2, it's going to set -16 for the sandbox character. But now if you switch to this guy, the V4 skeleton and press 2. I'm pressing 2 right now, but nothing works, but maybe it's going to work. Let's set something to be like 515, 550, just to see if it's gonna work. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Let me see. Because we're using a different character. Here. So get characters, get copy index. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit difficult because we're just managing which exact character it is from that list. So we have a list of characters, as you can see right here, and those are the classes. Here. Maybe this is going to help. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, but hopefully it works. So every time when we change characters, we're going to print a string of the class name that we currently are using. So N, Quinn, Echo, Twin Blast, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So here we're going to get this system here to be placed in here. I think that's the best way we can do this. So instead of self reference, we're going to get the mesh of it. And then we're going to plug it into here. So we're going to get the tag. And then if it equals to blah, 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 we're going to promote this to current character. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but hopefully it works. Now we're going to get and set the ledge vertical offset to be 16 in here. And in here, the same. Let's just choose a high number just to see if it's going to work. So if the character goes very far away from the ledge, we know it's working. Blah, blah, okay. So when you press N, switch to here. So as you can see now, when I switch to the UE4, it set the ledge vertical offset to be 500. So now when I go there, so now it works. Okay. So let's try a value of like -10 to see if it's gonna happen. So now we just what we need to do right now is just find the right value for the UE4. And then there you go. Voila. If you want, you can also change the forward offset, because I think I'm gonna have to need to do that. But to make sure that it doesn't get overridden, I'm gonna have to check it out on the SandboxCharacter. Just set So set forward offset. Just delete this. Just delete this one. And then add the same value that is in here to here, maybe 40. Yeah, this one is all right. So add 40 in here. So for the sandbox character is 40. And maybe for the U4 is 45. No, maybe 32.5. There you go. Thank you guys for watching this stream. We're gonna see with the creator what he has to say about this later. And I'm gonna say, guys,